happen. Lotus was their choice. The first
Liquid
choice
on
they had
defense.
was close.
Vitality on
See if this
attack.
will be a little bit closer,
3-1 at
or
the moment
Team
for
Liquid
pistols.
will carry on this momentum and put a swift end.
Wait, that can't be right.
Vitality's
Oh no, that is
trophy
right. Yeah,
winning
yeah.
dreams.
You can see already.
It's a lot of
The
damage
Vitality
done
are
early
very
on,
much
but this is
prepared
Arena,
for
so a
aggression.
kill
They
would be a
know
help.
there's going to be pressure put
Or
out
an
throughout the
assist
map.
these days, I guess, with the change.
They've already been met with some. Kamek is just hiding within the edge of this smoke. They've already got 3 players backed up.
Okay, as we can see, they want to pivot over towards B. As long as Kamek doesn't go down, it's probably going to happen. Liquid get proactive. They want to push and see if this is a split.
Certainly will be. There's 3 players grouped up and ready to push,
Well,
but
that's all from a
taken them
classic.
all down. Beautiful stuff. Here in a pistol.
Yeah, just kind of lined up on this.
2v5 remaining,
Planted.
and it's not going anywhere.
Okay,
Oh
that was
my!
looking like the
Vitality
split
are gonna
pistol that we saw
bounce
earlier.
back,
Very
and it's so
convincing.
flawless.
3-2.
Start.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets in the pistol round. I think, again, I don't think Liquid had a bad read on the scenario. It was just how patient their opponents were willing to be. You had the initial sort of spot from safe, seeing them push up in one area, and that's the thing with this composition. Like, you're looking at a team that had a great defensive half, but ultimately, because they were catching opponents off guard with how aggressive they're going to be.
Alright, they're
Vitality have
allowed
got
2
to study
deaths.
that. They've got to see
3
what
rifles.
things other opponents have fallen
Liquid
to.
maybe invest too much.
And now they get to try and adapt. Maybe the comp was
It's only going to matter
if
if Vitality buy an outlaw into next round. Okay, honestly,
Right.
the
Those a
investment
few
might
clean
pay off
shots from
because
Anatech. Making it look easy with the classic,
still got
but
3
there's
sheriffs.
a lot more that they're up against. Less also having a pistol, but 3
probably need
rifles in
to
play.
talk about it again because I see it every
There's
single
gonna be
time.
somewhere
Teams that duel this
will struggle to
on
find the value,
ecos
but I like the
really
idea is
annoy
just
me. I would
sticking in these
always
little
invest a
nasty holes over
fade
the A
prowler
side.
to
You
clear
got
this
this
and then
double push
BC
up
default
and a
because the
little
most
while
common
ago,
eco
Camo
that
was here.
happens,
It's
or
just
like
moved
anti-eco, that
Alright,
would
so the
happen, or
idea
teams
there is
getting
that Kiko
ecoed is
can
from just
die,
dueling
and
over
then
towards
they
C
don't
and
know
taking the
about
headshot
Kamek.
angle.
Instead, he got a kill.
Like
got
teams
out
would
for
really
free,
benefit from a little
and
prowler.
Now,
Open the
Vitality have
door,
no more
pinch over
casualties.
towards C if
There
you want to
can't
take
be
C
any more
early.
casualties. They've already lost the 2 pistol players. That was meant to be their safety net.
Yeah, they got
Anybody else
no
going
safety
down,
net.
you are losing
We
a
got
gun
2 and 2.
at the
Patty's
risk
pretty
of
low though.
giving it over to somebody else as well.
We
There's only gonna
definitely
be a
got to
couple
look
of
at
players
Kamek
within
because
this
he's
side. This isn't
pushing.
a stack up, and Marseille has started things off with a
30
bang.
seconds left.
Still here, damage done, but not delivered with the
Yeah,
kills.
Darker got the kill on that as well.
Gotten rid of
The
most of
Wolf
the
are behind.
dangers.
Oh, yeah, they
Catching
cleaned this
Camo
up
with knife out
nicely.
will certainly do the trick, and now Kamek left alone. This round was looking very much under threat. See if the economy can be
Sure.
damaged, and it most certainly will. There's the 1 kill. Every little helps from this point forward.
Yeah,
That's all
still
they'll get. Still,
got
with 3
an
kills on the
armor out,
board,
1
Team
gun.
Liquid might not have a round, but it's at least their best foot forward early on.
Yeah, it's costly. I think that we saw Vitality do well to just make sure that one didn't get too far out of control. But you can again see the issues that they're going to be running into.
You'd also see the
There is
plan from
constant
Liquid on
pressure
this
and
little
aggression
bait
across
set.
the map, which,
Little bait set up
okay,
with the Reyna.
will be a
Reyna gets
little
the
bit
kill, dismiss away. You got
over
another
the top
behind the
in
box ready
rounds
to
like that, where you have pieces
he
missing.
baited him.
And the fact
Oh boy,
is
this is
we're
what I
already
was worried
seeing
for.
that
Trex
outward
realizes
touch
they
stuff
put too
for
many
Trex.
sheriffs.
I
3 people that can get one
his
shot on the
goal is
bonus.
gonna be, okay, let's just hold somewhere on the map where they're going to be pressuring us.
The push-up by Kamek. Just on the other side of that smoke, Les doesn't know quite how close his opponent is. He already crept past that Viper's wall. Re-smoke, so he's safe for now. Just waiting for them to step out. B-push being attempted as well. It's a lot of aggression from Team Liquid. A lot of risks being taken, and Safe did just see the shoulder, or the elbow, I should say, come around that corner. He doesn't know that they've gone walking back. Vitality have a decision to make, and it is to step into Kamek's crosshair, but he won't land the
5
shots.
HP.
It's Trex's outlaw to draw blood and leave the A site open.
Clove does go down though, so
Vitality's
smokes
goal
can
all along.
still be put down.
They want to try and isolate
Yeah, and they
some
want
of
to go
these
for the
duels.
B
They're
pivot.
throwing
Let's
out
look on the
utility
mini-map.
just
B's
to-
completely
and
open. This is a
try
great
and
call
make
for
things
Vitality.
out
Looking
elsewhere on
good
the
for the
map, hold
bonus.
players in position. And now they're going to get themselves the B site for free. Absolutely no one here. You can also see that Vice wall down, so that if anybody steps out, it's going to create some awkwardness for the defense. Getting back into this one is definitely not going to be easy.
Really, really nice play that's left them in this position. Yeah, Team Liquid I mean, having to open the door if they want Patatek here. So much utility to fight against. Durka up close still to be rooted from position. And sure, Kiko, the best players to put in that position. Tracks down, okay, they've already had the first lick of damage. Decent trades to start with, the 2v3 that they're left in, but the defenders fragmented. So are the attackers somehow.
God, look at the amount of Joes this guy wins. It's so fast. No time on this though, but
too low. Despite damage as good as it is, Vitality 3-0 start.
It's going to end up being a Red Bull clutch for safe, but a lot of that.
Yeah, as soon as they got that first pick, it became a lot easier. The call was good as well, and I think it looks like they feel like there's a weakness over towards B, because every time they're taking A, even on the pistol, they wanted to pivot over towards B.
Horrible to play against. Like, you're going to be sat there. Either you wait while it's been
the aggro Vice Wolf, I think the aggro Vice Wolf is so fine as long as no one starts flanking behind you.
And you take an absurd amount of damage while trying to get
like, you can start with a plan where you're just using the wall for after plant until they actually have a round where they start pushing behind.
3-0 attack side half.
You maybe saw it with Kamek early though, I agree.
Sure, a couple of weapons were kept. There's at least a chance for some damage.
Okay, Vitality for sure just want to get one of these ults online for the next buy rounds, and could be the Omen ult, but probably the Fade ult is the priority.
Big risk. Kiko has a get out of jail free card if he gets the kill, of course, with the dismiss, and he may just have the chance. Here comes Kicks. Oh, but Kiko starts to check the right
nice
around
shot.
just at
There's
the
the
wrong time. Vitality and Kicks himself. He's off to a hell of a start here. 4-2. They move towards the C site with that space gain. The Prowler did not see Patatek. He's not got the weapon for the fight though. The Stinger only good for one. But Vitality, 55 seconds. And a ton of options. The world is their oyster right now.
They're so worried about every single position. That's the thing. I think that most of these rounds,
and they Stinger gets 3.
Those Prowlers so early in every single round, just to make sure that some of these positions are clear, constantly being re-aggressed. And Nats is taking a very...
Guy, he is feeling it if we're going for that angle.
Kicks, as you said, is flying. A third kill already for him. The remaining 2 players nowhere to be seen, and only with pistols. This round has to go the way of Vitality.
There's just been presence everywhere as well.
Yeah,
Vitality pushing, pulling the
checks
map
with the plant,
finding the kill
and giving the orb over towards C long means that they have ult. So into the next buy round, they got a lot of ults. Did anyone? I think Duck was pretty far away, right? I think Duck can get ult.
And now the players that remain have almost nothing to say about it. Camo will probably want to save this weapon. For Kamek on 5 HP, it's not exactly like that 1v4 big play is going to come into effect. Camo is stepping forward, and understandable to want to do damage in this round. He will achieve that with the first shots landed. The second shots landed as well, but Safe puts it to bed, and with 5 HP, Kamek only looks for more damage. Nice shot! Just about took that rifle out in time. This has become
didn't want to waste the overhill.
Round. And from what was a clean victory for Vitality, I think that they've done an okay job in the end there.
What are Liquid doing wrong? The whole comm space of winning duels and losing duels.
Yeah, this is the thing. This has been a much brighter start from Vitality, and that's been the case with a lot of their matches within this tournament. Is once they get going, they're incredibly difficult to stop. And they've been well aware of everything that's being attempted.
Yeah, they might just go aggro A as well. That'll probably help them a little bit.
Other than that,
aggro A, aggro C.
Try and push this,
they may be being a little bit too passive, but
so patiently on the rounds
don't want to say that when they're like pushing over towards B and stuff as well.
Play super passive. And you might look at the composition they have and go, how's that going to work? Like, you've got a double controller, single initiator, double duelist. Like, it doesn't really sing that you can play passive, but when a team is waiting for you, I feel like you almost need at least one of those rounds to...
Just missed last year, but do you ever think Val will eventually have unique agent picks?
Because otherwise, you keep running at them and they're just holding.
Do you mean without like a ban system? You all just take turns picking and then the other team can't pick?
For Team Liquid, that pause called a discussion.
I still think it would be too much like ranked, but I kind of prefer that idea maybe to...
And we see them again brave that challenge of the Vitality
to banning.
Side. Vitality being slow to start. What, 9-3 down in both first halves that
at
we
least
had
on a
so
team
far.
you could have priority of like 3 things that would work well together.
Lose every round from here on out.
You could make sure that something works with it.
Before. And something tells me
it's better than bans, but I just don't think because it works in League of Legends because it's one map. 7 maps, like imagine having 7 maps in League of Legends. Bans would be a nightmare.
Nightfall
Like it's so much better watching like stuff that is like you can see what the team's been working on instead of it looking like ranked.
Paranoia thrown in. Plenty of utility expended alongside it. He is just about going to survive on the edge of the seas. Very lucky to get away with that one. And after not dealing with him, the attack fall back.
They fall back.
The coaches and the teams already have too much work as well, to be honest.
Double push up on Rubble will have to be dealt with. Instead, it's towards Patatek.
Okay, we got another go at the Byrons.
But he's sent back towards the
and Durka one away from his ult. Yeah, they're not messing around on this one. Let's see how they retake over towards A.
Stop him from being able to see anything. A few shots for pressure. But after taking that orb, they are moving in the other direction again into this double stack up ahead of the wall as Kiko. And his first is found. He fades back. The Prowler seeking out the player on Rubble has not spotted Camo. They think that the Rain is the only player pushed up, and they're about to find out that they are dead wrong. Camo a little late though.
But it's okay because Camo insta clears this and they can get the rotate going now.
Straight into the waiting arms of Kamek. There is
no so they basically have multiple duelists around the map.
And with kicks, big performer to start out this
Kamek
map.
definitely playing the Clove like a duelist, really.
Coming out of the timeout, Team Liquid seem to have a solution.
Yep, win the duels, win the
round. The solution is very similar to what we saw before. I think
nice little off angle from Kiko though.
Side hold was more passive, but when that initial take fails, you do feel like that's where it fell apart a little bit for Vitality. They're having that initial idea and not getting the results. I think also just Kiko being that little bit
the rounds
more
were so
cheeky.
close that Vitality have to eco this as well. And they're going to feel a little bit gutted that they didn't just get to spam their ults. There's also a round that Vitality like need to be careful. Like, if this gets a little bit close but they spam all their ults on the eco, then this whole advantage might go down. Speaking of ults, here comes the Razor.
Flash in, showstopper in play.
Very nice
shot. Kamek's position given away by
well, that'll
shots
do
early. Durka able to pick up
you got to look at some of the damage done.
Round like this, that's getting them everything they
need. All Viper stuff
on the floor and a plant secured for Vitality.
They're expecting something in response. Yeah, Empress popped, but they will be able to get the plant in. Steel Garden. Seemingly attempted and more or less up close to the shotgun.
Yeah, probably going to be saving this.
It's made it far more awkward for those players without their guns. Though Camo has his wall will actually close out Kiko. I don't think he believed that was there, so it's left him in a problematic position, having to wait, and only his teammate can really make a move back in. Similarly to before, that clock is now ticking, and with the Nightfall in play, you'd think this is falling apart, but somehow it comes back to a close scenario.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Fatal out of them as well.
Pay save card.
Durka did great. I mean, Durka did everything really.
Vitality, but it is
good decision making from the ult.
They lose that round, that could be the start of a spiral downwards. But instead, able to make good use of it. And indeed, beautiful stuff from our EVS team as well. Kamek obviously shot his rifle, but Durka managed to see him clearly on the way in. An easy shot. With these weaker weapons, something like Nightfall, it can turn the game back in your favor. 5-1, big lead for Vitality, but a big round coming up for Liquid. Now they're full bot, and look at those ultimates. The Viper's Pit.
But how you did I had YouTube chat up.
Well, not the Viper's
no
Pit
questions.
anyways, that's gone.
No, this is the thing. Patatek has been trying desperately to get
force buy into this
on
one.
That side of the map. This is the problem with having that
throwing the op over towards Trek so you can entry a bit heavier.
Or even having that Sentinel that could potentially get you the same contact. He's having to take risks, and those risks have not really been paying off. Kiko, this is the same spot as before.
Timing.
I'd be surprised if there isn't something, but he's actually ahead of where he expected to be. And
wait, what happened to the orb there?
Out of there fast enough.
He wanted to dismiss, but it disappeared.
The risk, reward, unfortunately for him, the punish.
I think he was probably smashing dismiss, but just
it's your birthday in 2.5 hours. Happy birthday, dude. Happy early birthday.
Nats is looking the wrong way in traffic. Kamek, 1d4.
He went behind the wall.
And around that should be set already in Vitality's favor. A 6-1 lead after the games that they've just had. This is
looking a little bit one-sided, and definitely what we were saying about this comp maybe being a one and done is coming true. Gotta win all those duels. I know, like the original higher lower off angles where they were doubling up. can't really use them again because they're being a lot safer with the Fade util.
And you start to think that they have just come in today and had everything figured out for this exact play.
That's the problem. This composition puts them in a box.
There's not much you can do.
It's so difficult to sort of find gaps that aren't
Sojo,
just go aggressive. And I think
thank you.
Kiko's really been the only one that's had that level of success. You can see
Confidence
Fanatec has been trying to get them extra
You were referring to the
information,
icebox.
We are just spawning this slow, methodical play from the Vitality attack, and it's really not worked out for Liquid with the aggression. And we've seen them take some control over on the C side, but this is very much, again, by design. There is the wall deep from Vice, which means that if they go too far, they'll meet it. Camo's done well, though. That's at least an opener.
Kiko still holding strong inside of Tree. They've got B-side control.
Patitech was hit. No way.
No. 27 left, but it's enough to keep him breathing and keep
I was going to say he's about to get rewarded for the patience.
4v3. Nats walking up is caught by Safe, but Camo throws his hat in the ring. A chance now.
Kiko will spike down. They got the Omen ult though, so they're instantly going to go see Omen ult this one.
And will quickly be retrieving the spike, finding a plant for his squad, and leaving Kiko.
He missed it because it's on top of the box. There's no way.
He's gone down below.
30 seconds left.
That's a blunder.
Yeah, and he insta-cancelled, but he could have looked around and picked it up because of the new Omen ult, but he didn't. He just insta-cancelled.
The smokes have been placed by Kimmich, and a chance to maybe fight this one.
He knows where the Omen's coming from. Whoa, imagine it.
Imagine it. Safe is there to save the day.
I paused for a second. I thought maybe my Fiend was delayed. I heard the ult, I saw it cancel, and the spike is still there. No doubt he was as confused, if not more, than we were, but thank God they're able to recover that in the end. This was a scrappy round, and the fact that Safe is able to find so much value on this Pierce.
He's on 27 HP the whole time.
Like, the fact he gets shot in the side of the head with no chance to return fire. At least it looked that way, and Safe still delivers the kill. Allows Durka to follow up, claims the B site. That's how they get the round. 7-1 on the board. Team Liquid stalling out 4 ultimates and a big buy for this squad. But again, Durka on this operator early on for a composition on Team Liquid that looks exclusively to push up and catch you off guard. That op is kryptonite.
The other danger as well is Safe has got so many kills that Steel Garden is back online. It can be so valuable, both for taking a site, but more worryingly, I think in the post plant, that's where his utility has just been thriving versus this squad. They want to get in and battle, but he delays them so much that retake is never quite as good as they'd like it to be.
I mean, Nats has ult for this when they do send it.
This time it is more
and Patty might be able to capitalize off of it.
But can they hold the line?
1, 2, 3.
There it is.
Oh, what a shot.
Operator again, finding value. Patitech unable to deny
didn't
the
even manage to
plant,
capitalize
and
off
now
the ult as well.
Vitality off-site. Steel Garden. Viper's pit online, and there's the pit put into
Dude,
play.
Darka's popping everyone now with the op as well.
Such a big problem.
Wait.
They're defusing right now, and
wait.
the shots are landing slightly off.
It's such a nice try.
Steps in.
That's funny.
Barrels claiming a life. An 8-1 for Vitality. As a result, they are putting up numbers, and it doesn't look like this is the same team that we just saw play the last 2 maps. Safe is 12-2 at the moment, and Durka's opening duels, they are winning them rounds.
Yeah, Durka's hitting some lovely shots.
I kind of want to say a faded masterclass. This looks like someone who's been up all night studying and has just made this just to basically destroy Liquid's composition. You came in with something that was high risk, you played it, it worked for you. Then you have to be ready to adapt, and that's the thing. Right now, I don't know if Liquid were prepared or if they had the time to change what they needed to basically with this composition. You're witnessing the flaws and you're witnessing a team pick them apart
double
play
timeout.
by play. 8-1 in the lead. This is where the coaches on the other side can potentially earn their money, but again, it does feel like with this composition, you put yourself into a box. You have to be aggressive unless you're hoping on Nats to basically do everything with what? A Haunt and a couple of Prowlers. He needs all the info for the whole round. You can't have that. You need aggression, you need to push, and you need to walk into Durka's operator. And if that's something you need to do, well, that guy's asking
is
for
all
Durka
they
to
get.
be his dad. He might become it just by you walking into his crosshair.
Well, 8-1. And that timeout.
Not sure about that one.
Still plenty of ultimates in play, but so far, that's not been the game changer you'd hope it would be for Liquid. Aggression on this defensive side has been shut down pretty much every time it's attempted. It's been a passive play from this operator in the early round. This time, there's a change. Instead, that op is poking at the B site and suffering the jaws of a Prowler. Vitality spotting the A aggression as well. They're sensing that the C side is that little bit more open for them. We might just see Durka fire in with the rocket launcher, see if he can end this show.
Good luck to Paddy.
Paddytech is there with just a Bucky. Teammates rotating in, trying to help out, try to be a distraction, and
no way though. Where's the Bucky bullets gone?
The Bucky, it sucks.
Might need a replay of
all
that
onto
one.
the leg.
That was as on as I've ever seen. Kiko straight
All
onto
leg
Durka.
shots.
It's still competitive.
If the
It's still
if all your
possible
bullets of the
for
Bucky
Team
hit the
Liquid.
leg, does it not kill?
Both coming together.
Probably
is
not.
Perfect in this situation.
I guess not, because I feel like every bullet would hit.
Not thrown in. They're going for this with just the rifles and the spams back in the other direction. They put an end to that. Camo 1v3, and this has gone from a winnable situation, a threat to Vitality's streak, and turned into an easy round. Less on the flank closes it 9-1.
Oh, it's dominant.
This is a completely different
Yeah, this
map
is going to
three
give them a
than what we
lot of
were
hope.
expecting. And you heard Sadek on the stage say he would, or on the analyst desk, so used to him being on the stage, that he wouldn't change the composition. That wasn't meant to be a diss. I'm sorry, Sadek. He wouldn't change the comp. He'd come in and run it the same. If it works, it works. Well, right now, Tom, it is not working.
No,
Camo,
they're
yeah,
definitely struggling. I think that
he
we've
sees
started
this
to
all.
see the individuals on Vitality wake up as well, Safe having a fantastic performance, but every piece of the puzzle seems like it's there.
It's a shot.
Oh, it's looking like more
Hit
of
him.
the same. Two-man push-up, third man alongside. Safe under pressure. Well, he should be dead
Oh, there
to
we go.
rights.
He's
If
the
he
ult
gets
this time.
anything, he's done well. He
17
has
HP,
done a
13
lot
HP
of
though for
damage.
Natus from the original
Two
duel.
players, 13 and,
And they've
17
popped
HP.
Durka on this angle,
Prowler's got
and
him. Yeah, there
Kiko
you
might
go.
have to
Nats is
flash
done.
this, but do
13
they
HP in
even
the
expect
corner.
it? Of course
Can't
not.
take one with him. Durka's same
Yeah.
spot.
He kinda
Landing the
disrespected
shot,
their own
forcing
smoke.
the ult out of Kamek. He's back in the fight, but not for long. Kamek needs to run straight through the snake bite and the spam. It's a death sentence. Kicks follow suit though. The numbers stay even 3v3. If Team Liquid get on this site, Viper's pit goes up. And this round could become very difficult for someone like Durka as well. Running the operator, it could nullify him, but they're delayed, kept back by the C's. Durka, well, he won't be on the flank. Not gonna go that crazy with the operator. And now the problem is, if that pit comes into play, how will they deal with it? I see the snake bite thrown through. No
Oi,
pit
Fade Eye.
available. Paddytech put to bed. Kiko all alone. Well, he's managed to evade less at least,
go
but not the second time.
completely by each
Ships in the
other.
night, but finally
Yeah,
a
let's
Lantern spotted 10
let's go
to
bind.
1 for Vitality.
Let's
The
go to
streak
bind.
continues.
This has been insanity, just with how strong they've looked in so many scenarios. I want to give a shout out to Trex as well in that round. As I said, there were some rounds earlier where I felt like his Prowlers could have caused them issues if they didn't clear certain spots. In this round, first Prowler clears Nat to the back. He then
His
has
Fado
Fizz
is
Horns.
incredible.
Again,
Look at the timing
just
on that.
catches the player before they head into the smoke, and he also had to seize the court 3 players as they were trying to rotate in. That is a perfect round of utility from him. Might be at the bottom of the board, but he's definitely still putting in a shift.
No, not much presence early on
Dude,
C.
the
Team Liquid
crouch
walk it
is-
up and, well, that aggression
crouch from Camo
finally
completely
seems to be
wrecked
finding
him.
Value. Trex super low, as is his opponent. Paddytech has managed to sneak his way in as well. How has he gotten here?
Yeah,
He's
Nats
heard
just
the
dropped the
rotation.
spike over to a
He's right
spawn.
on top of them.
Good
They're
chance to
looking
double the
roll.
rounds.
When he rounds the corner, it's free for Paddytech. He's
Okay,
got all the
2.
kills on that last push. And 2 rounds at least.
Yeah,
before
I'm not
he
sure.
had to
I
have.
don't think it's a thing.
Yeah, well, it's been
Not with the comp.
9-3, 9-3 for both first halves. Now Vitality come in with a 10-2 of their own. But
The problem is as well,
this would
like
have
the
to be an absolute
the
mammoth
Viper
response
Vice
from
comp
Liquid.
is
They had a pretty
it's
good
so
defense last
sick
time.
on
Maybe they were
defense.
saving strats for their attack.
Well, let's hope so. This second half is going to be an uphill battle, no matter which way you cut it. For
Comp diff
Vitality,
here?
it
Yeah,
could be the way back
I think you
into
could
the
say that.
series.
Aim,
We'll find out
bit of a
which
dual
it
diff
is
as well.
after the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
3 rounds to believe. I think it would have to get to like 10-10, realistically. The benefit of coming first in the final, you get 3 champs points. You get #1 seeding for Bangkok. So you get to avoid DRX, G2, and EDG. And champs points is more important this year as well, because it's 2 slots instead of 1 slot. Apparently there's no EMEA draw, but unconfirmed. Okay, but there's still the Masters draw, right? I wonder when they do the EMEA draw, they'll probably just do a video again later. Nomrod, I said happy birthday already, but I'll say it again. Happy birthday, mate.
Number 2, another landslide of an opening, 10-2. Team Liquid.
Lad chat
they
tomorrow?
start this
Nah,
off
I
with the
gotta
first 2
do.
maps looking
I gotta go
dominant,
Germany
but
and
now
do some
Vitality
content.
have cracked the code. Their way back into the series seems to be open. But Tom, I'm gonna ask you a question. We passed the Twitch chat in most of the halves. Throw it to you. You believe in the comeback?
No.
Oh.
No, I think that, especially with the way that Safe has been playing, having him anywhere as a site anchor will be
Bacon.
fantastic. Then you
Why are
have
you so
Les,
angry
who
today?
can also play as that site anchor on the Viper.
Leaving the house? Yeah, I know, it's
devastating,
devastating, right?
Off the back of the arc rows as well. With him playing around that utility, I think it's going to be really difficult. And a lot of what this comp
pistols.
relies on is those individuals.
Me too.
For Liquid,
1-0.
you're going to need someone like Hiko to basically just go nuclear.
Well, I said I like this comp because it's fluid, and I think that's really on the attack side that it gets to show its teeth. Nats's flank has not found anything. The lurk
Team less has 7
expected.
kills each.
I wonder how they
We got
guessed.
defense now as
Team
well,
Liquid.
surely.
Movement to the A site, though, has been a success. This push will get them on site, possibly a plant as well. Vitality happy to concede that, tagging up players and taking them down in the trades.
I like this move from Patty.
Dangerous scenario already. The C's is going to go through alongside.
Oh.
As long as they...
Doesn't seem
Oh,
like the nade caught.
oh, we're on top of it. Respect, respect,
This is a problem
respect.
now. Plant yet to go in.
Trex is
Two
playing
players
fantastic.
standing. They are doing damage. That's the only thing that really shines for this squad at the moment. Kamek needs to land the
Dude
shot.
just
In
stared
fact,
at it the whole
neither player
time.
connects. It is clean in the end from Liquid. Oh, sorry, from Vitality. They will get themselves an 11th round. The pistol might just put this one to bed.
Got a bit too used to Liquid winning those
Yeah,
maps
it
this year. Don't worry, right there with you. This is a new face in this grand final for Vitality, but a much welcome one. 11-2. And a chance to close this one out dominantly when neither of the previous maps have been. The sense has been, but the score line has always been there. Vitality started to come back. They certainly
going
did
for
on
it.
the first map.
It's
It was double
it's
digits,
such
and they had a real
a
possibility.
weird force buy.
But to deny Team Liquid that opportunity here would be huge. And I do think
This would
Liquid,
be
they get
borderline
punished on the defense,
illegal
and here
in
on the attack,
Americas. They
They
get
actually
no
get to use their
stingers.
competition, I think, a bit more how they'd want to. But
Less
the
is 5
deficit that
HP
they're
though.
at, the slow start in this half as well already. Oh, okay.
Everyone gets the
Perhaps I should
sheriffs.
hold my breath. Safe and less have been tagged astronomically low. Trades are looking good, and with so much
No
damage
stingers is
done,
crazy.
this round is
Yeah, but
not
they don't make it look as
a
broken as the
conclusion. That's
America's
an
players.
awkward trade, and one they needed to win cleanly.
Yeah, this is all in for Liquid. They spent their money, put their credits on the table, and right now, it's looking like a royal flush.
Yeah, looking good.
Especially with Patatek landing that kill. This leaves less with, well, less than
Oh, there we
ideal
go. That's why they
scenario.
buy it.
It will be a response, an immediate
That's why I
response
said the
from
Americas
Liquid,
fast.
but there's still a mountain to climb.
Oh, there most certainly is, but they've at least put their hiking boots on. Kamek, nice double opening in this. You know, it's such, even on the investment that they have, it's the fact that it's Sheriffs putting up all this damage until the very end. 3 rounds on the board. Guys, let's just run it down. All right.
Run it
I see
down.
what you're doing, Kiko. But I will say that's pretty par for the course with a Reina player. That's the kind of call I expect to hear.
No, I expect him to say, 4 go B, I go A with Spike.
I love that.
I think that's one of who was it who did that strat?
El Clasico.
I watched Cider do that strat recently and had a meltdown. Nonetheless, they have got very far in towards the spawn area. You can see the rotation of this defensive side. They are running, galloping into their deaths. Well,
Just
at least one of them is.
3 people holding the angle.
For the rest of the team. Obviously, this is a minute investment. A cheeky little spot for Les, and he's going to find one.
Yeah, he's going to pick up a gun
Any
here.
damage would be nice. Kiko, well, he's able to get out of there. And eventually, it's down to kicks.
Now, there was a bulldog
Hey,
behind
very
him, but
nice.
Level 2 in the fight to go and get it.
Get the buy round out. Let's see how the buy
Around
round's looking.
For the side of Team Liquid, a slow grind back. But the start of the half.
The
makes
Liquid
it
comp
look
is better on
doable for
attack.
Vitality.
Yes,
This
it
where
is,
full buy
but
comes out.
at the
This
same
is
time,
what my focus is on, because this squad has been
at the same time,
impressive.
it's
They've been
for the
clean
Vitality
so far.
comp
Complete
is, in
turnaround,
my
and
opinion, better on defense.
maybe the second half can represent the same thing for Team Liquid. For the sake of the grand final, you hope not. We go to Bind up next. Between these two squads, we'd be blessed.
I think they might
see that
literally
battle.
just,
See a
because
Team
Kiko said
Liquid
run
roll
it down,
out.
I think they might actually just run it down A every
Managed
round
to
because
get
they
past
won't be
all
able
the
to enter
utility.
C.
I've got to be careful. Luckily, the Haunt has given away the game. But this is super aggressive. Trax has managed to find one. The spam working out. It's actually safe to find a kill. In fact, he gets a second. Double up from behind the Viper utility, and that's now the spike down in the dirt. This is the worst possible start that could have been here for Liquid. Nats on that fade is far away from the action, but how long does it take them to think that he could be behind?
Last player standing.
Okay, here we go.
They look like
Nice shot
the
from
Satchel
Last to
headshot him.
finally successful, and you're waiting to see
Yeah,
how that
one-tapped
one
him.
panned out with the spike now completely isolated behind that Viper wall. That's okay. Nice shot to start with, and a damn good
Yeah,
attempt.
it looked
Looking
like
the right
lovely
way
shots.
for all the fights, but bullets not quite landing. Again,
Sure.
this is the face of Vitality that
Dude,
we
I
have
can't even
seen
remember
the
what
entirety
Liquid plays
of
on
Lotus.
Bind.
A much better performance than what we saw on map 1. Now we're in map 2.
But this is the Vitality we've seen the entirety of Kickoff.
Exactly,
I
they're
feel
back.
like that team was missing
Sky Gecko.
throughout this series thus
Okay.
far. Getting beaten in aim battles, being beaten by strategy.
We're not going Bind? Dude, we're going Bind.
And it seemed like that trophy was
Come on.
slowly slipping away from them, but now that lease of life has been found. That confidence
Bring them down.
has been put back. Oh, Durka.
Yeah,
They look
flash
to try
mine.
and continue. That's a good start, though. 2 players being picked up, kicks. I don't know if he's going to expect players to be here. He's only going to get 1.
There's
Does
no
well find
chance
that
Les expects this
is not
close.
going to have a good time here.
Yeah.
Kamek's already thread the needle right the way through. They knew they'd lost B. Not that he'd be quite that close. Left to 1, just safe. Outlaw in hand. Kamek greeting him as he rounds that corner. A 3-piece ult online coming out of this one.
Yeah, we're
Very
going.
good
We're
safety
going
net
down.
for Team Liquid to have.
8 to
but
7.
7 rounds in a row needed. The uphill battle, the incline, not decreased by quite that much.
But the thing is as well, it's just these sort of rounds seem to be off the back of Kamek just being so aggressive, like taking space away from them, making it awkward for them to play.
We play this game to get confidence and to be warm, okay? If we win, we win. If we lose,
If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. It's honestly, it's a very good way to look at it, though.
When we talk about these dominant games, you don't want to go into
Like,
even your opponent's map and
it's
get
not even like the
dominated.
fake
You wanna
belief
have
of
that
like we've got
resurgence at
this.
the
It's
end.
just like
There
it is
shows
what
up
it
received
is.
by Camo, just for space, just for space. Oh, that was
Ooh.
close. The wall got in the way. Otherwise,
Nice
Les
shot from
would
Les,
not be
though.
finding the kill on the Nats. The trade back by
Oh, they
Durka
are
makes
actually
this a
running it down.
win
Look
a
at them.
full round. Another bound. Kamek hits the res though. They're back in the fight. Team Liquid will not crumble quite that easily.
It looked for a moment like they would. That would be a horrible way, especially after Padithic's beautiful speech, to go down to
I like
was
the speech.
SMGs and
I
pistols.
thought it
And
was
the
good.
scary thing as well is if Safe was allowed to survive any longer, he had Steel Garden. That becomes an even fight within a second. Even still, the climb back has gone from 8 to 6. It's still a margin that I don't think any team will want to play through. Although, I'll be honest, like, Liquid do not seem phased.
6 of
This
them.
isn't a team
6
that is
chances for
mentally boomed or
Vitality.
down in the dumps.
You've got to
I guess it
imagine
helps
this
when
is
you're
this
2-0
is the
in
best
series.
chance that they'll get. A lot of
Like
ults.
Reina I do also worry, though, that if this goes back much further, will Vitality start to almost choke up a bit?
Well, that's it. We've seen those dominant games, those dominant halves already for Team Liquid. We know what they're capable of. Nice reveal. And Dirk is on his way. Deep shot from the showstopper. Good damage, but the
Said
kill
they got
not
the
quite
ults,
down.
they actually
Kamek-
just popped
Kamek, that
all of
weapon
them at
doesn't work.
once.
There we go. Okay.
Natch
He
used his
swapped
own,
out
they
just
didn't
in
get too much
time,
for
and
it.
Safe still wins the duel. Good flash. Good
Ooh,
follow-up
Reina
as well,
death.
though. Kiko is still here. To dismiss. Caught.
Spike down.
Just as he gets out of it, Safe is there to greet him, and Nats all alone will have
Very,
no
very
chance
nice. Okay,
at stopping
convincing map.
Vitality. They are taking us to Bind, to map number 4, and possibly
Yeah, we didn't think that comp would work twice,
This
so
is the team we wanted to
not
see.
crazy
This is the
shocked from this
roster
one.
that people paid to see today. Individually superb